A 140-pound black Cane Corso was returned by 3 families in 8 months. Too big, too intense, too much. The 4th family wasn't a family at all. It was a 24-year-old woman living alone on a small farm. And what happened at 2:47 on a Tuesday morning proved every single one of those families wrong. They called him Atlas, not because he was strong, though he was. They called him Atlas because from the very first day at Greenfield Shelter, he carried something heavy in his eyes, the weight of being wanted and then not wanted, until the wanting itself felt dangerous. He was returned 3 times in 8 months. First family, 6 days, too intense, won't leave us alone. Second family, 11 days, he's too big for the house, we can't manage him. Third family, 4 days. They didn't give a reason. They just brought him back on a Sunday morning, handed the leash to the shelter worker without making eye contact, and left. The shelter staff stopped putting his photo on the adoption page after the 3rd return, not out of cruelty, out of protection. Every time he came back, something in him went a little quieter. His tail stopped wagging, his eyes stayed low. The hope in his face when someone new walked in had become too hard to watch. By month 8, he had stopped going to the front of his kennel when people walked by. Mia Donovan was not looking for a dog. She was 24, running the small horse property her grandmother had left her, working as a vet technician, and spending her days keeping 4 horses, a broken fence, and a water pump that worked only when it felt like it from falling apart entirely. She didn't need more responsibility. She was going to Greenfield strictly to drop off donated supplies. That was all. She was walking back to her truck when she passed Kennel 14. Atlas was sitting in the corner, facing the wall, not sleeping, not pacing, just sitting there, completely still, like a dog who had run out of reasons to face the door. Mia stopped. She didn't know why. She stood there for a moment, and then she sat down on the concrete floor outside his kennel, right there in her work clothes, and said nothing, just sat. Atlas didn't move for 2 full minutes. Then, slowly, he turned around, walked to the bars, and lowered his massive head until his forehead rested against the metal. The shelter worker who found them 15 minutes later said she had never seen him do that, not once in 8 months. Mia drove home with a 140-pound Cane Corso in her back seat and absolutely no plan. The first week was loud. Atlas had opinions about the horses. He stood at the paddock fence for 40 minutes on day 1, studying them like he was preparing a detailed threat assessment. One of them sneezed in his direction. Atlas took 3 steps back. The horses ignored him entirely after that. This offended him deeply. He followed Mia everywhere, into the barn, into the feed room, down to the water pump at 6 a.m. when it decided not to work again. He sat beside her while she crouched in the mud trying to fix it, occasionally leaning his full weight against her shoulder, not helpful mechanically, but oddly comforting. By day 3, he claimed the left side of her bed. By day 7, Mia was sleeping on 30% of her own mattress and had decided this was fine. Her friend Dana came by, looked at Atlas on the couch, and said, "You lasted 4 days before getting a dog. That's actually impressive for you." Still here? Good. But if you haven't subscribed yet, that one actually stings. Hit the button. You're going to want to be here for what comes next. 3 weeks in, Mia figured out his routines. Every morning at 5:51 a.m., before her alarm, before the horses, before anything, Atlas would walk to the bedroom window that faced the property and stand there, ears up, scanning, before coming back, dropping to the floor beside her bed, and exhaling, long and slow, like he was confirming, "All clear, you can sleep a little longer." Every evening when she came home from her shift, he would be at the gate, not jumping, not barking, just standing there, waiting, tail moving in one slow, steady arc. The horses did their own thing. Atlas waited for her specifically. Her neighbor Carlo, 60 years farming, not easily impressed by anything, watched from the fence one evening. After a long silence, "That dog knows when your truck turns on the road, 4 minutes before you arrive, every single time." He looked at Atlas. "Smartest animal I've seen in years." Then came the Tuesday, 2:47 a.m. Mia woke to Atlas standing at the bedroom door, not moving, every muscle locked. The sound from his chest wasn't a bark, something older, something that bypassed the ears and landed in the spine. She sat up. Atlas. He didn't look at her. She followed him down the hallway to the back door, the side with the broken east fence she hadn't fully fixed. The motion light was on. 2 figures at the tree line, standing still, looking at the barn. Atlas stepped in front of her. His body filled the doorway completely. He didn't lunge, didn't bark, just stood there. 140 pounds of absolute stillness. That sound again. Low, steady. The figures didn't move for 4 seconds. Then they were gone. Mia stood in the dark doorway for a long time after that. Atlas didn't move until she stepped back inside. Then he checked every room and lay down across the threshold. He didn't protect the farm that night because he was trained to. He did it because it was hers, and that made it his. The sheriff's office confirmed the next morning that there had been 2 livestock theft reports in the county that week. Both properties had no dogs. Does a dog like Atlas act on instinct, or does he actually understand what he's protecting? Drop your answer in the comments. Cane Corsos have guarded farms, livestock, and families for over 2,000 years. They weren't bred to attack, they were bred to assess, to position themselves between their person and whatever the night might bring. Atlas didn't learn that in 8 months at a shelter. He carried it with him through every return, every Sunday morning handoff, every night alone in Kennel 14. He was just waiting for a farm, for a broken water pump, for someone who would sit down on a concrete floor and not say anything and just stay. Today, 16 months later, Atlas still checks the property every morning at 5:51, still waits at the gate when her truck turns onto the road, still sleeps across the threshold on nights when the wind is different, when something in the air shifts in a way only he can read. The fence got fixed, the pump got replaced, the horses have decided Atlas is acceptable, which is the highest compliment a horse will give. And Atlas, the dog 3 families called too much, turned out to be exactly the right amount for 1 woman, 1 farm, and 4 horses who needed someone at 2:47 in the morning. Mia said it once simply, "He doesn't guard this place because I asked him to. He guards it because he decided it was worth it." Some dogs don't need a reason, they just need a place to belong. And once a Cane Corso finds that place, nothing in the world will move him from it. Was Atlas protecting the farm or protecting Mia? Is there even a difference? Tell me in the comments.